and roll game. Kemba Walker, the master at that. And Daniel Tice unable to put it down. Offensive rebound corralled by Tatum. He's going to fire from the corner, and he picks up right where he left off in game one. Tobias Harris sized up by Smart. Stan, it'll be interesting to see just how many different players Smart defends. Here comes Embiid, flicks it up and in, and he's headed to the free throw line.
No one on this Celtics roster who has a chance to play him.
It's the kind of start Philly was hoping for from Embiid. Here comes Walker around a screen. Perfect.
Dying on the pick. He came and even contested from behind. Just let Tatum feel you a little bit.
So Brad Stevens trusting Tatum here, playing with two personals. Tatum feels out the defense. Not do that, just kind of bothering the postman Embiid in the opener of the series. Milton, this is a long three, and that's good
for Harris, but a better angle to repost the ball. He gets it back to Harris, and Harris scores in the post, and now
this is Milton. Shot clock down to 3. Has to take a tough turnaround fade, and he puts it down. 11. A beautiful backdoor cut by Brown. Unaccounted for. It's the 22nd all-time postseason meeting between these two storied franchises. Incredible. No two teams have met more. That is Tatum from deep. And this one to the backcourt. Off the deflection. 3 to shoot. Tatum kind of let it go for an extra beat, and he banks it in. Miraculous shot.
Key to this game, but you got to get the deflections up. You got to get the turnovers up.
Neto stays out there, picked up by one. Neto goes all the way to the hoop for 2.
Of course, no Ben Simmons for Philly. Went down with that knee injury early this month. That shot is good, and a chance at 3 for Kanter.
And because Philly just throws it in and stands there, then they're forcing him into a lot of mid-range J's. And the difference is the Celtic defense just loads up on him, as we see there. Very tough to stop, but what a great move.
He's a 36% three-point shooter. You saw the three-point shooting for them in the quarter, and that is Richardson with the answer. First half here in game 2. Walker, well short, follows his own miss and cleans up his own mess.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Shake Milton puts it on the deck. Off to the left hand, they'll count the basket, and a chance at 3 from Milton. 10 points for Richardson. He's 4 of 8 in 16 minutes. Walker stopping on a dime. Thought about it in the corner. Has Smart on his shoulder. Tiptoes the baseline, turns and shoots, and buries it. Final minute, Walker finds some space, and he puts it down again.
This talented Celtics perimeter, there's got to be an adjustment at halftime from Philly.
Embiid rolling to the cup. But don't forget, Jayson Tatum picked up 2 early fouls just a couple of minutes into the game. He didn't get one on him. 14 points. They go down to the box to Harris. Double clutch. He's denied by Smart. What helped he? And maybe a little bit too much of that from Embiid.
Well, it's easier to get the ball, number one, and I think Embiid really wants the ball. Well, in Philly, the number 8 defense in the league, and the best at limiting three-pointers. After that free throw, the second possession of 2-3 zone that we've seen from him here in the second half, and that's one of the things we're talking about. Sometimes you need to adjust even when things are going well, because you know how the other team wants to attack, and you know Philly wanted to go inside. Boston throws a couple of possessions.
Shooting from the field. Stan, you just wonder how they can get their offense going. That'll help Milton to a start here in game 2 after he came off the bench in the opener. Al Horford coming off the bench. We haven't seen much of him tonight. Tice is able to tap in his own.
And make Philly play around the perimeter.
Yeah, the adjustments just don't stop from Stevens as he's mixed up a little bit of zone here. Stan mentioned Brown. Another 3-point jack.
And they are going to stay in that zone, having the ball inside. If you move the ball, you should still be able to get it to him, as they do there.
Well, that little final 6 of the quarter. 18 for Jaylen Brown, 20 for Tatum, and 15 for Walker. Make it his first time since 2016 with Charlotte. Acquired last July in that sign and trade. Embiid, can he put this team on his back?
Pretty easy for them to throw the ball inside.
Three-pointer from Harris won't go. Brown out. Kicks out to Williams on a three. Got it! Richardson into the paint, finds his spot, elevates, and hits. Let's
forward to getting in between those lines. If they get a day off, they wonder, what are we doing here? That's what we want to do.
Now, Stan, that's really the twilight zone when players are complaining for a day. Just couldn't squeeze it, and Walker comes away. Sets the table for Tatum. Bullseye again! Timetable, but Brett Brown didn't seem too confident that his return is imminent. That is Tatum again!
On the last possession, they go the half-court trap, but come back man-to-man.
Walker over the top of Horford.
Now in full court pressure.
Marcus Smart left open, lets her rip from three. Offensive rebound, Kanter. A couple of days, but of course that is going to still loom large for this Boston team. Hayward's such a huge piece for them as Embiid.
For Boston at fast break points, 15-1 for Boston.
Milton on a corner three, that's good. Salivate all the different things that they can do, and just scary to think that this young man is only 22 years of age. He hits again.
And that's great defense, and he's done that a couple of times tonight where it's been very good defense, and he makes it.
Only his second field goal, 4 points in 23 minutes tonight for Horford. Tatum. Left open, splash!
For them. But let's not be surprised with what Boston has done in these two games. This team, along with this guy's an outstanding player, and we're seeing in this series right now how much the Philadelphia 76ers.
Just so much incredible basketball that young man has in him. What a loss he's been for Philly. As
so good for Philly the other night with 18 points in 28 minutes has just not given them anything. There was shooting that or trying to get it back to Kyle O'Quinn. I'm serious. I don't know exactly what he was trying to do there.
Here comes Scott, baseline left, pretty reverse. Certainly last year. But has not heard his name called until late in this fourth quarter. That is over.
Florida. Played some high school basketball over at Mount Dora. Went to UCF. Very pop skill level has gone way up. And the game has changed in the NBA, and what people want out of their centers is different. But there's still a role for a guy like Taco Fall if he can continue to develop.
I don't think, Stan, anyone knows quite what his ceiling is yet. That's the scary part when you watch Doncic.
By Josh Richardson. But this team still needs help on the perimeter if they want to get to where they want to go.
Taco lead in the series. They get 33 from the superstar Jayson.